making the tough choices. You've got these long cooldowns you want to play around, notably mid-one's ultimate. It's so important that they take the right fights, and if they're not willing to do so, they need to try and use the Enigma, use the DP to push lanes.
Puppey's up on the hillside. Observer wall's being planted down. There's already one prepared from Team Secret, but they want this stun. If they can just close the distance with Puppey, they could find it, but it won't happen. Instead, they're making sure that YapzOr, it's so great to see EG do this early on. They're sentry warding up one of the camps, and this is the area where YapzOr has just been farming the entire time when he's ever been Radiant Enigma.
Really well done. I love what he's just, nice. And they get the sentry ward on the ward as well, so a double value.
Both camps blocked up. They're already picking one of them, but at this point, if you're YapzOr, do you just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to take the two camps next to the mid lane, and what has your 200 really got back? It got back the kill on the ward. That's your upside.
Yeah, and this is really well done by EG. Second game in a row, I feel like they've game planned around what Secret looked to do here.
Do you also like this from Secret? The mix-up of lanes. So mid one's heading towards the top lane. The first time in a while that he's not playing that mid lane. And then you put Nisha as the anti-mage. He'll get the matchup with Leshrac. If he can close that distance and get some mana burn off, they may really start to cramp Sumail's style for once.
It's just a better matchup, Toby, and I think the Death Prophet up top is able to play way more aggressive into the Centaur. You don't want AM versus Centaur. You lose that trade. Centaur does not need mana ever to harass you and outlast it because of the Retaliate. Death Prophet, however, you get those really nice drains off of. You can sustain through that harass as you click in. It's also meaning that your win condition, the Nisha AM, he'll have the optimum amount of experience. As you can see,
Fly's in a little bit of trouble. Spirit Siphon's making him lose a lot of life. He's already having to back up with 3 tangos, but Puppey started this off with the disruption, just taking a lot of his life away. But now Puppey's actually getting a little bit of water hurt, so they're both going to cop just as much harassment as each other.
Yeah, lanes definitely favor Secret in the sense that they got the matchups they wanted. However, does not mean they'll win this phase.
It's still crazy to think that like Puppey is such a boss with that sentry ward, getting both of the sentry wards opening up the camps for YapzOr.
It's more of a miscue from EG, to be fair. If they place that bottom ward more to the left side of the camp, it's not possible. But still, yeah, not to take it away. Just, you know.
Just a freebie for now.
He wanted to get one. You know, Puppey's not that much of a mastermind, even if he is one of the greater drafters in Dota 2 history. Mid lane, I think this is the first time I've seen Sumail lose the opening wave. Obviously, he's got a ton of CS under tower, but it's very difficult to last it here. You don't have the damage to do so. You want to play more aggressive. That's how Sumail likes to lane here, but against an AM, you can see that 2 points mana burn, 40 a hit. Sumail cannot play as aggressive as he usually does here.
Yep, not while Nisha's there. But I'm liking watching Zion in the safe lane, just using Sandstorm to stay on top of the creep wave. But I'm wondering just how Arteezy makes the most out of this, because obviously we've seen a lot of farm Arteezy, we've seen a lot of life stealers from Arteezy. How's he meant to itemize to be successful? Okay, well, when you dust, that's an easy consumable item, but Zion went for the early Burrow Strike level. Arteezy doesn't want to give this up, and with support from Crit, they can continuously dive under the town, but he won't go any further.
Yeah, we see this a lot, especially when you have a Wisp pairing. Arteezy started the game with that Orb of Venom, and then the early dust on Crit. They want to apply pressure to Zai and ensure they get utter free farm on the Arteezy Lifestealer.
Man, are Puppey and Fly ever going to stop hitting each other? Like, it's just this never-ending battle along the river, and Puppey, he's still level 1, but he's trying to make sure that Fly just has to hit himself now.
Yep. And imagine, though, if this was an AM top, right? This would be so much more dangerous for Secret. Because he's middle, they're able to stabilize through this laning phase. Even though they're a bit behind, it's to be expected. It's just about stabilization. You want to preserve an even game and then take that one fight with your huge ultimates that turn it in your favor.
Yeah. And actually, because Puppey's doing this, it means YapzOr doesn't have any kind of pressure on him. He can continuously just farm himself up and become that fourth core of Team Secret around those huge team fights. But S4's still getting some decent CS up on top. Like, eventually at one point, he'll come over and do something about Puppey, and with the slow, this may be the place to do it. He's got Disruption available, going to let it off on S4, and Puppey goes back into the neutrals. He understands he can potentially deny himself up to the Wild Wings and keep the run going as YapzOr has actually rotated over, getting the damage into S4. He'll need to go for another Hoof Stomp just to keep mid one under control and give some space for Fly. Another Spirit Siphon. S4 wants to get more damage in, and he'll get it.
That max retaliate, he's hitting for over 180 with that popped Bottom lane, though, there's a lot of stacking going on for Crit. Actually, not stacking. He's just farming, looking at stack at the same time because Artur can just lane down bottom. 2 points feast. Zai continuously pushing the lane. They'll end up trading here. And it's just one way to deal with the Enigma jungle, right? Just create a jungler of your own.
As long as he doesn't get himself killed off, that's fine. Salve will let him sustain.
Something we used to see a couple patches back, but again, we haven't seen in a while, mostly because Wisp hasn't been in Dota 2. You can actually jungle pretty efficiently just because the way balls don't proc on the creep, so you keep doing this AoE damage, and then when they explode, they do the full damage as they would to a hero. So very easy for Crit to try and accelerate here, farming as much of the jungle as Crit or Yapzor is, but of course he's not getting that deny. So not helping out his offlaner quite as much, but no big deal.
Yeah, and he did have to leech a lot of the experience from Arteezy. That was the other downside. In fact, the Death Prophet can set a lot more solo with
Crit.
Heads
up. He anchored the
almost
Ancients
died
by
to the
accident,
Ancients.
got to 3 HP. He popped Salve after Fairy Firing, otherwise he would have died. Has the bottle now, and will grab both bounties up top, though. Puppey will get both in trade.
That's that pressure. And Nisha, that other slight little fun pink thing, spell block. You can see the lightning being channeled. Fly could also see Team Secret running towards him, that dire observe ward inside the lane. It's allowed S4 to play this lane very confidently, knowing when he can move forward and now when he has to retreat.
And this just, I want to put tabs in the mid lane here. It's just like Kevin went over in that mid-series segment. EG love helping Sumail on this Lash. He turns mana into damage. So Crit leaves the one bounty room, comes mid, pops balls, uses all 3 bottle charges to get Sumail back to full HP and mana. Now he goes to grab it, and again, he'll return to help Arteezy. But this has allowed Sumail to now just take control of the lane. As soon as he gets 6, it'll be a little more dicey for Nisha.
And this is not what Team Secret wanted. Team Secret want to get down to that middle lane and add some level of aggression, but EG, they've been so stable on this top lane. Nice blame forward, regen instantly cancelled. But Observer Ward's going to get dewatered. This was a pretty late ward that was already planted out, but Puppey, what's he going to go for? S4 isolated the catcher. That's going to go all on top of S4 with a follow-up damage from the Malefice, but they stampede, Crit and Fly, both here to ensure they survive. Nid1 using that Spirit Siphon to get some distance, but the hoof stop is down. Is there enough damage coming in from these conversions? With Puppey in the tree lines, they don't have much more to give, and the Spirit Siphon's giving everything back to Mid1. It's Fly who's low, and will be the first one. Puppey will claim him. S4 wants more. The hoof stop's coming off cooldown right now. Crit's already helped to get one of these kills. The Malphus making it difficult for S4 to close the distance, and Yapzor still has the army, combining with the Crypt Swarm. The damage from Seeker is there, and Yapzor playing him the trees. The stun from S4 stops at least the minion army from killing him off, but it will not stop Mid1. A double kill for the off-laner Death Prophet, punishing EG.
And he immediately skills up the ultimate to try and apply some tower damage. I'm sure S4 will TP back, but you have a catapult here. You still have 3 heroes. Really well played by Secret, outplaying EG in that side chop. You can see the strength of the Death Prophet against these rotations.
Going against Banishment up with this Exorcism, and the catcher S4 will just cop so much damage. Everybody keeps their distance to ensure there is no hoof stop. He TPs to return just to die, and that now makes this top lane a guaranteed tier 1 tower down in 7 and a bit minute.
Flashback to that first game when the S4 tied, had a couple of miscues, some extra deaths.
The 0-8
Secret
Tide
an
Hunter.
advantage, exactly.
He doesn't have the big ultimate like Ravage that could just be used to still have a purpose in the game.
The problem is there that the Wisp had used his TP, so you're not ever going to be playing as 2. Crit would have had to run all the way out there. He's just not in time. And Secret, they had set up for that. They know that only that one hero will come in. So unless they wanted to move Arteezy towards top, there's no way you were going to be able to defend that tower once the Exorcism is popped.
But keep in mind the fact that Arteezy, like Sumail not there, they were still farming up, they're still getting a hell of a lot. Sumail's gonna get a double damage rune. Arteezy's not gonna be slowed down on his Midas timing either. And EG's on the hunt. That's a really nice observer ward right next. Yeah, Fly's gonna loop around the tree lines to find it right next to the Dire Shrine. So it does end up going down.
So far, so good for both sides. Secret, I think they're happy with what they got so far. And it's all about the Exorcism efficiency. If you can get a tower per, you're going to be happy. Their next move wants to be mid. You want to try and find a kill on Sumail, open up the map for your side. And that's what will really allow Nisha to accelerate into the game, the space. He wants structures down so that he can consistently cut waves safely. Allows Puppey as well to get those deep wards off.
Don't let the courier die. It's got the Veil of Discord on it, bringing in the clarities for Death Prophet, but she's in a little bit of trouble. 10-1 charges are available. Spirit Siphon's already been burned, and mid one just begins its TP. They have no more stuns. That was a little too easy.
That Spirit Siphon, you're playing against two strength heroes with tons of max HP. Well, Ogre Intelligence, but I count him as strength because he's just so damn beefy. And Crit's still jungling. He'll be level 6 soon. And I like this. They've actually just moved Nisha full time to the jungle with that max efficiency build. Double Wraith Band into Glove of Haste. Let Puppey try and recover, get some XP middle in the meantime.
Yep.
There's
Because
the Veil
if someone does come close enough, he can just disrupt them and disengage. Flying Sumail don't want to let this happen, however. Quick Ignite and Lightning. He's adding some presence to this middle lane.
Wow, Yap is almost at a mech as well. The secret team fight is going to be so strong here. EG is going to have to be careful. They want to be playing more of a skirmish pick-off game.
Puppey's actually totally trapped. Going to go for the disruption. S4, Crit's going to stay with him to give him that movement speed as they run forward. Stampede's on cooldown. Won't matter when SD's already there. Roshan being baited out of his pit, but Zai, he'll arrive, putting that Veil of Discord to work. Sumail, he just burns down. Mid one with the Crypt Swarm does the work. Crypt begins his own TP. There's no more stuns available. So he will be able to get away to safety.
Look at this though. What time is it? Catapult wave. It's on the way. The Exorcism popped. Exactly what you're looking to do if you're Team Secret. They already get the glyph. YapzOr pops the Midnight Pulse just to try and create area control. So long as they have spacing, they should be fine. Their big concern is the Stampede and double stuns. But with Zai here with that early Veil, I just don't see EG able to contest this. And look, they're just being dove.
Fly staying around a little too long. Centaur's on his way. There's still no Stampede. S4 completes the TP to work with Arteezy. EG's brought everyone ready for this fight. Zai staying in the back lines. Put down his own sentry wall, but he's dusted up. So Zai will die right in front of the tier 2 tower. And so far, with the buyback coming in from Ogre, it is EG who have the numbers. They have all 5 up. Sumail will connect on the stun. Puppey trying to save YapzOr by disrupting him up, but they'll both end up dying to Sumail and Arteezy. Deep is the name of this. Almost the tier 2 tower chasing down mid one. But EG can add pressure to the tier 1 tower as well because, hey, they're running with the Lashrak.
Yeah,
he's got so much damage.
I neglected to realize that as Sumail died, he picked up that Arcane Rune. So when he's TPing back into the fight, he's spamming his spells with cooldowns that should not be possible. And Secret, they just don't recognize the amount of damage this hero can deal.
Fighting. Zai is looking for the Burrow Strike. Sentry Wood already down from Fly. He needs some help. So Burrow Strikes have to be used defensively. But it will mean EG will back away from the tier 1 tower.
I like that move from EG. They had to defend the tower. They brought all 5. They even bought back on Fly. Secret still looked like they might continue to pursue. They still have the Enigma Black Hole. If they had mech for that engagement, YapzOr was only 200 gold away. It might tell a different story. But either way, well done by EG. Now they're going to move out.
It's like they really want to continue to fight. They were very close to that Radiant Observer ward, but they're looking for a target in mid. Black Hole is still available. Defensive disruptions. That is Nisha farming the top lane. Pretty much uncontested. That'll be the better target to try and get. Difficult to claim, however. Counterspell plus Blink makes him difficult to lock down.
Yeah, and you could see even the spacing by Secret in that fight, right? The movement.
Oh, what an obs. They waited for him to blink. They knew his farm pattern using the Hawk Stomp. That doesn't care about Counterspell, and then perfect chain stun. Nisha down. It's not just the death, it's the death timer. He's on the sidelines for a half a minute.
Dude, and it's the warding from Fly. We saw this yesterday in that upper bracket final. That one ward in their own jungle because they know that Secret want to be playing in the top woods, not their own. Now they move back towards middle, ensure they can defend the tower. Arteezy still farming bottom. We'll be going for the Midas Radiance. His typical build. Sumail finishing Kaya first, not the Yules from last game. I like the decision though, just because of the mana cost and mana loss reduction. Very good against the Anti-Mage.
And it's also more natural for him in this game, right? Because you don't have that Chen just to pull him in.
Yep.
So running BTs and TP scroll not as efficient. High movement speed, however, that's very efficient. These Puppey's able to get a little bit of a quick D-ward out, try and remove that good vision from evil geniuses. Meaning that the 2 Observer Wars they have still left up. One's going to time out pretty soon, but it's mainly watching the northern side of the map.
Yep. And Secret, they're just looking for the opportunity. Not quite level 6 on Puppey. They want a fight. They've got the ults up. They've got mech. It's just finding that opportunity. And it looks like mid one's going to be just first item rushing the axe. So his farming speed won't be as fast as it would if he had some item that included a Void Stone in his build-up. But it does mean that the timing push around 20 minutes or so That's where Secret could look to just get very offensive, or at the very least take fights as 4 as Nisha farms around the map. Still a Demon Edge and Recipe away from the battlefield though, 2,000 gold.
It's actually kind of crazy how fast Arteezy pushes down the wave, because it allows Zai just to continuously be safe near his tier 1 tower. He's already got the level 4 Burrow Strike, he's closing in on that Blink Dagger, and that'll make Zai very elusive in these side lanes.
And it also allows Secret the opportunity to find kills. You look at their draft, what's missing is that true initiator. The Sand King Blink will allow them to collapse, pop their ults, and not be susceptible to the mobility of EG, who could theoretically, you just stampede out. You have no other method of catch right now. Sure, you could dispel, you could disrupt. Not dispel the center ult, of course, but you could pop the purge, slow him after. Arteezy farming Ancients. Just a passive game thus far. Another Arcane Rune on Sumail, and I like this decision. He's actually going to be going for a BKB rush, so not doubling down on that mobility, like I'm a superstar style he was doing for the previous 2 days, even last game. He wants to ensure that when Secret's at this timing, he's able to stand and fight strong. He's really the true damage output of EG right now.
Crit, that's problematic. Tried to tether her away. Sumail staying in range. The tether's not going to be broken. Crit will get up the hill. And they burn defensive Stampede. All of this was for the bounty runes.
I'm fine with that. 3 runes do go the way of Secret, so they take a slight gold edge, 6 to 6, 15 minutes in.
But Arteezy still has so much space. He's 7.3k net worth, closing in on that Radiance as time continues to tick by.
We just got to smoke, though, because Zai has the blink and mid-tower still the objective. This is what Secret want. All their ults are active. EG got to be cautious.
EG don't want to fight yet. The Centaur's Blink Dagger is also coming on the Courier. It's going to take another 5 seconds before it will arrive, but Team Secret are already adding the pressure to the tier 1. No fortification left anymore.
Positioning from Zai, though, he's not being in.
S4's looking for the target, and they're so close. S4 gets the double stun. Zai gets hit through the rear with the episode. Sumail is low, but that's why you've got an IO. Triggers the one charges, an offensive disruption, but now he's just sitting inside of that. Mid-1 will kill him off by staying on top, using the exorcism to work. The relocate out to safety will not help anybody. In fact, S4, he does not want to be underneath that midnight pulse, turns over towards mid-1, battling against the exorcism. Fly needs some distance. He's got a stun available as well, but that's why Zai, invis, under the sandstorm. They've already got a double kill, but Crit's back to the fight. After relocating out, mid-1 will end up going down. They'll have the extra help because Arteezy is a beast. Crit will finally fall to Zai inside the sandstorm, but Arteezy stands and delivers. But he delivers to 4 players of Secret.
Exactly. There's no Nisha here. He's still split pushing top. He got the tower. Battle Fury will be completed once the courier gets to the Secret shop. Well done by Arteezy. Once again, making that rotation. He'll finish his Radiance. So both these cores coming online, but it certainly favors the Lifestealer at this timing. That fight would be so different. Puppey was looking top right. Didn't see that Yapsor had been initiated on by S4 with his blink reveal. Yes, you get the mech off, you actually get the ult off on Yapsor, but he died immediately after. If he's able to mech and get spells off, control, that fight could be much better for Secret. Instead, Arteezy cleans up.
They're going again, Puppey. How are you going to roll this out? Silence is available. Already Arteezy, however, rages, and defensive Stampede once again from S4. Having to be triggered.
Both teams playing so well around the map.
It's like they understand where it's coming from. Let's watch this once more.
Yeah,
so Zai wraps around.
Pick initiation, but he doesn't get the double stun. Watch Puppey, though. He's looking to the right. S4, in the meantime, is just killing off Yapsor. Puppey, he's trying to all-in Sumail, but there's the Wisp just continuing to regen. Yap has to use his ultimate just on whoever's in range. It's just the Centaur that's not a real target. And if you look at this, Crit almost gets the relocate off, just 0.2 seconds away. And that would have been a very, very good fight for EG. Instead, just a trade, but we rejoin the action. Puppey's gone down, and EG looking to pursue more.
Yeah, he was caught out by the Blink Dagger of S4. Able to get the stun. Everyone followed through. Zai's in trouble. Pyro Strike deeper inside the trees, but the balls are there from Crit, revealing Zai in the trees. Sumail will cut him down with a split earth. And 2 quick kills from Evil Geniuses, and they can start to add some pressure elsewhere, but they're also being pressured on top. Creep waves underneath the tier 3 tower. And Nisha is still farming up inside the jungle, making sure this mid lane and top lane never gets across the river.
He also went for the blink cast range, not the 15 agility, just demonstrating that he's looking to just split. He is not a team fighter in this game. He'll join, but it's going to be to clean up. He just wants to continue to apply pressure to the map. EG's catch for him is limited. It's their team fight and overall damage output that gives the lineup its strengths.
This time it's also Team Secret who have the vision. That Observer Ward Sentry combo sees Crit, Sumail, and now Fly moving to the north. And in fact, I think the observer board may have scouted out the fact that Fly just warded if they were watching it closely. Yeah, the ping came out very shortly after.
And check out the item on mid one. Level 12 with Aghanims. This is a huge timing for the DP. Even though he's only 8,000 net worth, it's one of those scenarios where the amount of gold spent to damage is just incredibly high. It's just a matter of keeping the Death Prophet alive. That's going to be the target EG want to gun for in these team fights.
It's amazing how fast this farm starts to catch up for an anti-mage. Almost about to crack the 10k. Zai's going to crack the head of Fly in mid.
Do you walk into Roche or do you push tower? That's what Secret's got to make the decision.
You have Exorcism up and they're turning. They're coming back. Observers and sentries being planted down, Puppey, ensuring they have vision superiority. They've got 3 wards.
This is risky though. Bounty runes are spawning in 25 seconds.
They have to be quick then. Exorcism being planted. Puppey will create an extra couple of copies of Nisha. But here comes Evil Geniuses. They are not letting this go. Remember, S4's got the blink. They cannot be grouped up. Yapsor having to move a little bit further back. He does have the greaves ready for the fight, and they're bringing it in. Smell with the BKB tries to get away. The black hole! It catches Arteezy as well as S4. The 2 big cores. Nisha had all the time in the world to hit him. Crit relocates him up, but it's only up the hill. Samel's already down. They just don't have any other help. Mid one is a beast on the front lines. Fly, he's trying to retreat, but there's really nowhere to run. Nisha's got blink off cooldown of 1 second time. Remember, he's got the mana void as well, and they realized the relocate was going to bring Crypt back to the fight, but Arteezy mans up, goes for 1. It's a support for a support trade-off, at least at the end, but it's still 4 for 1 overall.
They got to go for the runes. You can see pinged out bottom. Nishan instead blinks towards middle. Arteezy will chase him.
Yapsor?
Double TPs.
Yapsor? Okay. If Arteezy raged, I was wondering if he had the attack speed to actually kill Yapsor before the TP completed.
See, that's so huge. It's not just the fight. It was 11-11, now 15-12, but it's the 4 bounty runes. Secret, they do this so well. They go for Roche. It's all just to bait EG into a fight. Yapsor somehow gets a 2-man black hole, 100-0 S4. No response available for EG.
It was the same type of trap that they tried, that they actually succeeded running against Gambit.
And you can see, even though Sumail had more net worth at the start of that fight, the damage output of DP was
over on
insane.
Arteezy, Burrow strike back. He has rage available. Sumail's going to be nearby. Getting hit by the Crimstorm Stampede. They really want to move forward. It's just for the tier 1 tower, but whoa, no it's not. S4 goes in really deep. Gets the Hoofstomp off with the double silence. Yapsor still looking for his own fight with the Malphite stun. S4 has to stay out of that midnight pulse, but it's so hard. Sai will just Burrow strike him, and Evil Geniuses. They really didn't want that, but S4 did.
Yeah, exactly, Toby. And that's the second or third time he's made a play that just wasn't really what his teammates were looking to do. Only lose the Centaur, not a huge punish. They got the tower as well. Yul's complete now on the Death Prophet. You can see the silence as well. Super effective. It's great against these Wisp lineups. Io and Ogre, you don't have any method of engaging in the fight other than like walking, tethering forwards. Very easy for mid one to land the silence.
It also seems really hard for Arteezy to know when he's meant to be raging up.
And it's a good point, because if he rages too early, they find Fly once again, he might just get Shadow Demon ulted through it. If he doesn't rage and he gets disrupted, you're also able to land the Soul Catcher health removal in the disrupt, plus you now have Radiance for your side. The Shadow Demon in this game, super effective.
It's such a hard decision for Arteezy. It's not just the easy farm up. Roshan will be brought down by Team Secret. No contest after Fly was brought down. They had no buff ups, they didn't have the padding, and really they don't have enough strength for the team fight.
Yeah, I really want to reiterate just this max HP based damage concept that Secret's running with. You've got the Siphon on the Death Prophet, but the Shadow Demon's Soul Catcher, it's pure damage. 40% health removed. Sure, you get it back in 10 seconds, half of it at least, but there's so much damage output from Secret that you won't be able to engage. And heroes like Centaur, like Lifestealer, that's a lot of damage. It's like 800.
It's kind of hilarious when you say that. It's like, oh, but we got Midnight Pulse. This should work. This shouldn't work together.
Yeah, I forgot.
But it's like...
yeah, there's one more.
Yeah, you just keep adding them up, and they don't have to do them all at the same time. It's just chain from one to the next, where EG, it's the same kind of problem when you talk about like Lifestealer Rage. When do I do it? It's like, well, I've got 3 problems, not just one, to play around.
Yeah. And you do have the armlet, now a Deso on Arteezy. He's trying to go for this minus armor, max raw damage build, but Secret, they have no intention of letting him get too much more farm. They might look to just push high ground here. You've got Manta ready on the AM and the Aegis.
They just want to kill Fly. TPs are coming back in again. Fly is finally keeping his distance. Here comes Nisha, cleaning up the creep wave, beaten to the tier 3 tower. No fortification available. Arteezy will move forward. The Armlet is up and ready to fight with Desolator Radiant, so he's feeling a little bit more combat ready.
Yep, just more macro moves from Team Secret. They love to do this. First at the Roche, now at the tier 3. Drag EG back into the base. Immediately split. However, there was a smoke. EG gonna look to hunt. However, there is an Aegis available and Secret are aware.
Steve's overward. S4 can see YapzOr backing out. He'll go for the Stampede, gonna get the whole stop. Relocate's coming in. They really want this kill. YapzOr has Black Hole. He'll get only 2. Crit move just far enough away to ensure it. But Sumail, you know, once he's turned on that edict, YapzOr does not survive. His BKB's not ready yet. He went for Blink Dagger number 1.
Secret just a few seconds too slow on that move. There's no way you expect EG to make that aggressive a maneuver. Stampede and Relocate just to find YapzOr. Again, all set up by that ward of Fly. Just
Here they go,
fades.
not S4 again. He's been the punching bag of Team Secret, but is it really? Here comes Sumail, blinks into the back lines with the BKB. They're targeting mid 1. We need to kill him off right now. Puppey, he's already using disruption aggressively. You'll lose off 1. It will be SD, but Nisha in the battle. They're running out of mana. Mid 1 still needs to bloody die. Arteezy will finally get the double kill, moves his attention towards Nisha, who's blinked himself away to safety. This really was a trap now set up the other way. Zai can just TP out. No, he can't. The stun from Sumail will connect. 4 players down from Team Secret, who were the ones who wanted to be the aggressors in this engagement. But it was EG's trap that was sprung.
Arteezy and Sumail just do way too much damage. Sure, S4's game is just tough. You saw him get disrupted into Soul Catcher. He came out into the Sand King stun, he just died.
Yep.
But Artur is doing so much DPS with the Armlet Desto. He is shredding through everyone. Even though mid 1 is this force, he has a plate mail. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
He's just getting clicked down. Again, you can see though that the fights are balanced on a tightrope. If the DP survives, Secret will start to turn that fight around. And bear in mind, once again, it was 4-on-5. There's no YapzOr in that fight.
Yep, and DP probably would have survived if Puppey didn't use the aggressive disruption, because that was one of the big saving things. When DP was picked up, you're always thinking like, oh, you use an SD, you use a Dazzle, and you'll see it right here. So Puppey comes in, he starts on S4, and that's when Sumail's like, instantly, we know we can open up on mid 1, and there's nothing Puppey can do to stop it.
But you can see there, Nisha went for Lesh, right? But Sumail's got that early BKB. That's a very important mechanic to watch out for, because as that duration decreases, it gets harder and harder for him to play around Nisha, and you're always susceptible to catching one big mana void and not just dying, but potentially blowing up your team as well.
I should kind of just love the concept in a way. Like, the last pickup, the Centaur comes in, maybe you can question and say, well, maybe they should have switched Lestrak to a 3 position, but they're understanding it. S4's going in for this Aghanim Scepter. He's about 2,200 away from completing it. Once this is up, EG get that strength they need to disengage from Secret or engage on Secret. And we've seen EG willing to use the Stampede in both situations.
And it's something other teams, as soon as Lesh is playing into a game like this, they just move it to the 3. They're so confident in the Sumail Lesh that they don't mind. And I like the change up in his item build as well. He has the BKB. Now for a blink, follow up Hex, because you need to be able to hunt this Anti-Mage and win fights in that small window of your immunity. Oh, nice blink from YapzOr.
Sumail's right next to him, but he doesn't see him. Now he'll see him, but a little too late. No Yule Scepter, so no instant disable, while up on top, Aegis Immortal is already being cracked. Burst Strike forward from Zai won't connect. The Mana Void just cancelling the easy tether away from Crit. But that's why they've got Stampede. High movement speed. They get away with murder. Sorta. He had Reincar.
That's the thing. AEM against Lifestealer, is AM favored in a sense that you can split push around the map? You're never really forced to go toe-to-toe with the Lifestealer. The problem is that Arteezy is so farmed, and because of his item build, because of the 20% evasion talent, it's almost like Nisha can never really target him. So as long as Arteezy is able to get on top of mid 1, it doesn't really matter what Nisha's doing, because the Secret damage output needs mid 1 to survive. But it's so difficult to run away from a Lifestealer with Bloodlust. He's 450. That's without phase boots even being activated.
You kind of actually need to kill the Lifestealer. Arteezy does this build time and time again, where he's able to have the sustain, he's able to mess with the fights because he's got Radiance and he's got Assault Cuirass. So he's already adding this up, which frees up S4 to go for these other cool items. So he's get the pipe, but he could go into Aghanim Scepter.
You really want an aggressive disrupt into Soul Catcher on the Lifestealer if you want to take him down. Not just for that pure damage, but also because you want to have Radiance in the fight for yourselves. The Enigma, that's the answer. We've seen it against Trolls, against Fens, against Lifestealers. Any of these heroes, melee, high damage, that rely on spell immunity to deal damage. If you can catch them in the Midnight Pulse, pop an ultimate, it's like 50% of their HP pool they're going to lose in that duration. Scotty up on the AM wants to ensure that he can stay on top of the Lifestealer of the Lesh. He's not really a target for reasons we've mentioned. The catch on EG is low, but he will be able now to just be disruptive in these fights.
And that's something Nisha definitely has to do. He has to have a big presence on that front. He could already do the split push with the Battle Fury.
And
both teams are just trying to settle down for the moment and just regather their ideas and their next key items. Like the BKB from mid one's going to make him very difficult to kill. And next time this jump in from Leshrac won't be as successful.
And I think more importantly, the YapzOr BKB. There's no method of BKB disable on the side of EG. We're talking about how he threatens Arteezy's lifestealer. I mean, look at the net worth disparity, right? Both teams kind of sticking with their identity. EG all in on their two big cores. Secret, sure, Nisha's ahead of the game, but very much more a 4-1.
Looking for a target, Nisha. He blinks in. Right on top of Sumail. The spell block comes up, but here comes your relocate. They really want to go on this one, and they might be able to. No, they can't. He actually blinked left. They went the other way.
Dangerous, though. You can see EG very trigger happy.
This is the way he walked that, too. Like, was that like one step to the right and then blink back to the west? They didn't see it coming.
Yeah, he went for the blink cooldown talent as well. Again, just demonstrating it's about creep waves, pushing out the map, finding opportunities for Secret to engage and capitalize on EG being spread out.
And now they can think about the 30-minute runes. Crit's balls kind of like tell them that they are most definitely sitting up high. And Zaya's moved towards the north, so it will still be a 2-2 rune trade.
Yep.
Keeping things very, very close. This has probably actually been like the closest movement up and down. Like, yeah, the experience graph's got a little bit more of a bump inside of it, giving it almost a 6,500 advantage in experience at one point to Team Secret, but there's not even 2,000 in this.
Oh, it's definitely anyone's game, Toby. And I like what Zai did here. We see EG do this when Sumail's playing against Lesh, or rather Wisp. They're always trying to make sure somebody gets an early bots. Zai, he TP's top, but with this item, he's always able to join his team. You remove the Wisp's ability to play split and create some kind of advantage.
Huge item has arrived. It's the BKB Blink Enigma of YapzOr. They have nothing that moves through this to cancel it. So whoever YapzOr catches is caught.
And this is the benefit of the Secret style, where if they can all in and kill Arteezy, EG will not be able to win fights anymore. And they have the tools to do so. You just need to be careful about the crit Wisp. He's played incredible so far, about to hit level 20.
Do they actually have the direct damage to catch Arteezy? If he's caught inside the black hole, does Death Prophet as well as Animage together have enough? Especially considering Nisha's going for this Skadi as well as AC style build. It's not like this critting PA or high damage critting Juggernaut and Wraith King style.
It's about Nisha, yeah. This is the way I think you've got to do. You need to have survivability. You need HP and you need armor.
Yeah.
You could go Butterfly, but the problem is, Lifestealer is a natural MKB builder. The moment you reveal that that's where you're headed, Arteezy picks up an MKB, it's a cheaper item, and it just removes that effectiveness in terms of increasing your survivability, and that's what's the key. So
I'm just wondering if they can kill Arteezy though. Like, you catch him, can you kill him?
Yes, but it's
we're
on
gonna test it.
There you go.
Burrow strike forward. We're gonna have that answer to the question. No, they can't. Crit able to tether in and also relocate Arteezy just an inch further back.
You can see the discipline from YapzOr. He didn't commit the ultimate because he knew that they didn't have vision on Crit, who was, of course, in the area, ready to protect.
Yep, that relocate save out. Now the Blink Burrow strike. But hey, guys, that's a real one. You got him.
Yeah, and Wisp, he also goes for the 150 GPM talent instead of the Tether Grand Scepter bonus because there's just no one on his team that can utilize it as well as, say, a Gyro code.
Roshan has 16 seconds.
Yep.
Then he will respawn.
You do have buyback on Crit as well.
But look what Sumail's already up to. Pushing out the bottom lane, trying to get him to look around the sides. He still hasn't finished up this side device. He still hasn't got that disable yet.
He's so close, though. I'm curious, will he go for the evasion or the Pulse Nova damage? Of course, Pulse Nova damage. I should have guessed. It's Sumail. He wants to do as much DPS as possible.
Yep, burn him. Burn them all. He's a Targaryen king. He moves towards Roshan. As he is up now, mid one has Exorcism level 3 available. High damage, and mid one, does he want to commit instantly? Yes, he will. Nisha will blink in, instantly stunned up. Hopefully that's not a tale of things to come. A puppy will make more niches. He'll never get enough. And EG are not in position to do this. Io's too far away. The ping is finally coming in from Arteezy. But Roshan dies so quickly. That medallion from Puppy is helping him out as well. And Roshan's gone. Agats and G's taken. And EG, they were smoked up, but they never found their opportunity.
I love this huge power spike for Secret. Level 20 on mid one, plus 500 health.
Look at him ping out. It's like, well, okay, we can't get Roshan. We may be able to kill something else. They're heading down south. Dust is in to the inventory for Ogre. So they do have reveal, and Arteezy turned off the Radiance just so he wouldn't reveal anything, but doesn't matter when Zai TP's away to safety.
So be careful. Now Nisha queues up for the butterfly because he sees the basher from Arteezy. There won't be any slots for that MKB until the Abyssal's complete, or he swaps out Armlet for it.
Just loving the ability for both of these teams. And this is why we're so excited to have both these teams in the grand final. They're watching everything. They're making the most of everything. You're going for this item timing. We'll either beat you or we'll change from you after.
Yeah. It's very tense. 7K gold lead for Secret. Still, they...
And he mentions 25.
Yeah. They have BKB on YapzOr. He's going for the Shadow Blade next. It's like one of those games where it's not... He has all he needs to ensure the black hole gets off, other than superior positioning information. So he's itemizing to ensure that that is the case.
Just trying to work out how much damage goes into Nisha. So he's got the plus 25% counterspell magic resistance.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
like increasing his survivability, increasing mid ones, but it's just also insane that he's 5 levels ahead of mid one.
Yep.
He's just been all over the map, this anti-mage.
Effectively means Sumail is going to do 25% less damage with that Hex complete. He wants to be able to hunt the anti-mage, but truthfully, he needs Arteezy inside of him, and that's part of the reason I like this item so much. You have limited catch and limited ways to keep Artur on targets. If he can infest Sumail as he hops forward into a fight, they could theoretically just explode any Secret hero they find. It's all about the save, though. Secret, they're looking for crits. Wisp,
Yep.
EG, you gotta find Puppy's Shadow Demon before you initiate.
Fire Strike comes in over an
going
Arteezy.
for the
Do you
reload.
want to commit the big one? There's your
Got the
relocate.
ult.
The Yule Scepter up. You won't be able to get away from this one, or will you? The Stampede, a destruction from Puppy, making it so Arteezy can't just walk away. The black hole! It'll catch him on the side, and Sumail's in the middle. He's looking for some rebuttal. Puppy will be the one to die. A 1-for-1 trade-up as the big core. Fire Strike's up target, but Sumail's BKB is still protecting him, but it cannot protect from Nisha. It's overwhelming damage. 2 heroes down from EG. But the bigger thing, no buyback for these cores. Sumail and Arteezy are dead, and money cannot save them.
It's going to be 1 Rax, maybe even 2. They're going
Idaho's
to catch
up
Wisp
again.
as well. Ooh, the silence just a hair late. Bottom lane, the Epi coming in. They're going to TP in with Shadow Demon's buyback as well.
They want to kill off S4. Maybe they have enough damage. A Hoof Stomp, he's put up the pipe. Quick disruption. He can blink away if he's quick. No, he cannot. He's caught inside of everyone. Meanwhile, back inside the base, Nisha, they're taking the tier 3. They're working on the melee racks. Crit knows there's very little he can do about this. They'll actually go for tier 4s.
No way.
Mid one's opening up. They want to end this game right now. Team Secret, they want to be 2-1 up against Evil Geniuses, but EG, Centaur will buy back. He'll look for their opportunity as now Nisha moves to the tier 3 towers. They went for the tier 4s to force the buybacks.
Yes, exactly. Just more macro from Secret. You're not going to buy back to defend second racks, knowing that the tier 2 bottom will prevent megas, but you can't let yourselves get thrown. So S4, he's alive, but all he can do is serve as an honor guard as he watches Secret clear out another racks and exit his base.
Puppy, he actually forced the blink of S4, trying to use the nighttime, but Puppy's managed to find him disruption, catcher, all things on him. Nisha's moving over, Stampede up the hill through the trees, then turns back around again, multicast on Death Prophet, but they don't want to fight this. Sumail has arrived, but he doesn't hit the split earth stun, and instead he finds Puppy over in the trees, letting that Hex go to work, and Puppy will die as a sheep. Maybe they can find more
reload
with
forwards.
Arteezy jumping forward. Does he
It's just
find
crit.
someone? No, he does not. Movement speed is high, however. The balls are coming closer and closer towards YapzOr. 3 seconds before the relocate is done. The Wisp Spirit Balls that connect. Forstaff is there from Zai to give that extra distance for YapzOr to survive.
EG, they just don't have the tools to engage Secret right now. They have the Ags on Centaur because they recognize, look, we can't stop YapzOr from black holing us, but at least we can try and reduce some damage inside of it. The problem is that Secret, they're just, it's too much. There's too many heroes to deal with. This is the concept that Secret have abused on their way to dominating this season, where all 4 of their non-puppy players are so powerful. EG very two-core reliant. Here they come.
There's your jump in you're talking about, the initiation. They will have a reflect, however, and now the jump in from Nisha. Burn off the matter, the Fire Strike. It hits from
Oh
Zai and
my
YapzOr.
God.
1 second, and now he hits the hole. Catch him in 3. Put him down. EG will try and escape. S4's TP will be successful, but with that, Team Secret once again, Sumail and Arteezy do not have buyback. Secret will push towards the throne. They want to end this. They'll do it officially through the bottom. Gain megas, make it clean.
No buyback on either of EG's cores. All they need to do is wait for this creep wave. The base will open itself up. Could theoretically even go for tier 4s themselves. Clinical performance from Secret.
It really has been. From both sides, really, but obviously this draft is something that Puppey needs to be praised for throughout this entire tournament. Group stage was rough, but everyone was still getting used to this brand new patch. And Team Secret, my God, they adapt quickly.
For sure. I said Mid1 had to be involved in this game early to win it. He is 13, 1, and 2, rather, and 11, present for all but one of Secret's kills.
What does EG even do? They don't have a fortification. They can't buy time. Nisha will blink forward. S4, he needs to kind of blink in and do something, but already Puppey, he was ready. Disruption out, Fire Strike. Crit's already been deleted. He'll buy back into the game. 5 seconds till Sumail. 11 for Arteezy. They need some stuns. They need some control, but look at this from Secret. Out they go. They took almost all of the life of the tier 4 towers, but they'll retreat for safety.
It's a brilliant play thus far. I can't find fault in what they've done past that like 25, 30-minute mark, forcing EG's moves around the map.
The observer of Secret also sees EG's aggressive maneuver on bottom. They were hoping to catch someone from Team Secret just lagging behind, but it does not happen. And we could actually have a double black hole at the end if Yapsol wants to spend the money. He's looking at a refresher orb on this Enigma. Double BKBs, the Shadow Blade to get into position.
Yep.
This 4-core lineup of Secret that comes time and time again.
Yep. And if you're EG and you're going to examine this game, I think you need to find a way to ensure that you're not in a lineup disadvantage where Secret can guaranteed go for one of your cores without any way to save them.
You need to relocate out this one. The Bar Strike's already come out. Lifestealer will rage, moving through the trees, using the Stampede. Crit trying to push himself down with a force off, can't get the distance. Now it's all about the isolation of Arteezy. He will be brought down. Both heroes have 100 seconds on the sideline, and GG. They know this is over. Team Secret take game 3 and are now 1 game away from winning ESL 1 Birmingham.
Yep, when you run the Wisp and Ogre, they're pure supports. You need your cores to be able to have high impact in these fights. And the Yapsor Enigma can shut down with Arteezy or Sumail. It doesn't matter. They're going to die. You cannot save them.